On the 5th of July 1958, a diligent and seasoned administrator, Mrs. Sewanu Amosu, was born into the family of Professor Olushola Avose and Deaconess Olushola Avose of Avose Ajidagba Compound, Bueko, Badagry, Lagos.
I was lucky to have an environment that was enabling for children of that time. I rode bicycles. I climbed trees. I was more like my mother used to say I was a tomboy. I climbed trees, of course, with hots, with scratches all over my legs and things like that. At times I would step on nails and I would end up in the hospital taking anti-tetanus. But that didn't stop me from running around and being myself. And I thank God for that opportunity.
Sewanu came from a family of educationists. Her father was the first provost of Adeniro Ogunsoya, then the Lagos State College of Education. He later became the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, Ojo, and the Commissioner of Education in Lagos State. Her mother was a headmistress for many years before transferring her service to the secondary school.
My parents are educationists, and they were able to ensure that academically we were well groomed and also morally. My mommy was a very strict disciplinarian, and I thought that it was wicked of her at that time. But now looking back, I knew she wanted us to turn out well.
Mrs. Amosu started her primary education at St. Andrew's Demonstration School, Oyo, before proceeding to Queen's School, Ibadan, for secondary education.
At that time, in the mornings I would have mental sums and then did some English work before going to school. In the evenings, my mom will mark the work she gave me in the morning. And I remember she would ask me to write a story around, like, a stitch in time saves 9. What do you understand by that? Give a story around that, and that helped me in the way of writing, creative thinking. My children would say, "Mommy, how come you know all that?" I say, "Wow, Mommy." And I tried to also make sure that my children also imbibe that kind of mental ability.
After obtaining a West African certificate, she got admitted to the then University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, where she bagged a Bachelor of Arts degree in French language.
I got in 1975. I read French. It was a 5-year course, and I spent my first 3 years in Ife, and then the 4th year, which is for everybody, you have to be outside the country. I was in Ivory Coast for almost a year, and 6 weeks also in France, and then came back to do my final year.
She proceeded for a youth service in the old Bendel State. She was employed by the Lagos State Teaching Service as a French teacher and posted to Government College 2, where she remained till 1983, when she got married and was transferred to Ile-Ife to join her husband. Due to her thirst for self-improvement, with the encouragement of her husband, she pursued a master's degree in education technology.
I met my husband when I was in the university. He came as a fresh postgraduate teacher. He actually had his master's in French. He happens to be a very brilliant teacher, very young then, and very concerned about those of us who were learning the language. And he took a particular interest in me because he had the Egun name, there had been an Egun. I was wondering, who is this Egun girl that was taking French, a French course. We got married in 1983, and he was also very mindful of what became of me now that I'm married to him. He ensured that I just didn't stop there, that I improved myself.
She developed an instructional package for teaching time concepts in French. While teaching in Ile-Ife Girls High School, she was made an inspector of education, and she was able to mentor French teachers on mode of teaching French to beginners. In 1993, she took up a fresh appointment with the Lagos State Civil Service in order to join her husband, who had been transferred to Lagos State University and headed the Badagry Inspectorate Area Office.
I took a fresh appointment in 1993 in Lagos here, and since then I've been climbing the steps. I headed the Badagry Area Office of the Inspectorate then, and it was quite good.
Mrs. Amosu effectively revived the different subject associations by encouraging members to start mini workshops during association meetings. She also encouraged markers of the West African School Certificate examinations to share their knowledge.
I had to learn a lot on the job because it was, first of all, it was very, very administrative. It was very administrative, and we had colleagues who are willing, like late Mrs. Elesho, like Mrs. Oyekon, who were willing to help me. By the time I was just growing into the job.
Mrs. Sewanu Amosu was transferred as Local Administrator of Education to Ojo Local Education District, from where she was deployed to head Basic Education Services of the Ministry of Education.
Along the line, one of the things that happened, I knew it was just God's hand, was that when we were 20 administrators, that was 2001, my colleagues were retired. For one offense or the other, I was the only one remaining. I was the only one left as an administrator. I knew it was in the hands of God. Sometimes I had to drive all the way from Badagry to the ministry when I was heading Basic Educational Services. I left as early as 5:30 a.m. and got back home sometimes. If I was early, then it was at 10:30.
Furthermore, when she was deployed to head the Policy Implementation Unit of the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Amosu put life back in the unit by revamping the merit awards for teachers, principals, and students in the state. She initiated the CAR Prize, the Best Teacher of the Year. This is still in practice in the state and has been emulated by the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, for the primary school teachers category.
The biggest job I had then was the online registration. That was the first time WAEC was going online, and I was head of department, and we were to register students for WAEC, and we had a deadline. We had to partner with the Ministry of Science and Technology, and we made use of 40 teachers from our different schools who were ICT compliant. We had to capture the children, capture the images about their data, and also put everything to WAEC. It was quite something because I remember that these teachers were so committed. Some of them slept in the offices, that is the Minister of Science and Tech. Some of them slept overnight to make sure that we're able to capture all these children. And I'm happy. And they were so committed, I'm glad for them.
She successfully organized the 69th Joint Consultative Committee on Education in Lagos, which was attended by over 700 delegates from the Ministry of Education of the 36 states of the Federation and Abuja.
At the initial planning stage, we don't have a permanent secretary. I was just relating straight with the deputy governor, and we were able to organize. It was the most successful of all the conferences. They still refer to it till today. The Lagos State hosted us, and it was one of the best.
In April 2008, Mrs. Amosu was moved to head the Department of Private Education and Special Programs. In 2010, under her watch, the official guidelines on the establishment of private institutions in the state was published as a booklet for the very first time.
When we got there with my team, I told them what I wanted, and we worked together as a team. We were able to have a database for all the private schools that we had. Also, we decided to compile what to expect, the guidelines of private education.
She worked to ensure that Lagos State emerged the overall winner of the National Assessment on Implementation of Family Life HIV Education Curriculum in Nigeria, organized by the Federal Ministry of Education. Mrs. Amosu, as the head of the Private Education and Special Programs Department, organized the state spelling bee competition and one-day governor successfully for 8 years before she was deployed to head the Quality Assurance Department. In this capacity, she and her team reviewed the instrument on evaluation schedule of the quality assurance for use by officers in 2015. In recognition of her hard work, Mrs. Sewanu Amosu was appointed Permanent Secretary of the Teachers Establishment and Pensions Office, TEPO.
I want to thank the governor for the opportunity given me to serve in this area. And of course, it's the cream of your career. It's been exciting, at the same time challenging. Challenging in the sense that now you have the opportunity to put on ground what you have, the ideas you have built.
Her new schedule was to ensure proper empowerment of the workforce for functional teaching and pension service that is rooted in high ethical values.
One of our desires is that the teachers would also become better teachers and have better outcome for our students in schools. These are areas that I'm happy I've been part of.
Our first assignment was to ensure an enabling environment for officers for better service delivery. She initiated a quarterly merit award in the agency whereby officers who are judged to have worked hard are given commendation letters and their pictures are displayed in the reception of the agency for all to see.
We have what we call a change mindset now, growth mindset. They believe that they can do better.
She also started the online verification of the retirees residing abroad. This is to bring the exercise closer to the pensioners and reduce the cost, stress and risk of traveling for their annual verification exercise.
We have been able to improve a lot in Teachers Establishment and Pensions Office, now Teaching Service Commission. We have been able to have a database of our pensioners. Now we have this biometric verification for those living in Nigeria, while we have the online verification we did for our retirees in diaspora, that is those who are abroad. I'm happy that they don't have to keep sending notarized letters to us, but that we can get to see them and get all their documents, all their data, all the things about them, and also be sure that they are alive and that the government is not just paying ghost pensioners.
Over the years, the tremendous contributions of Mrs. Amosu has earned her some awards, such as Lagos State Government Year 2011 Best Officer Award in Education, Award of Excellence in recognition of outstanding contribution to growth and development of education in Lagos State, December 2010, 2012 and 2014. Mrs. Amosu is happily married to Professor Tudonu Amosu, a retired professor of French, and is blessed with 2 sons and a daughter-in-law and a granddaughter.
Sewanu Amosu is the same person I have known for close to 42 years now. Met her as a student, and we got married 7 years after. And after 35 years of married life, I think she's still the same wonderful person that can push you beyond what you think is your limit, just as she has managed to push herself. And what really matters to me, which I cherish a lot, is her ability to remain faithful to God, to her family, and to her career.
If I were to marry all over again, I would choose him. He's very considerate, he's very loving, he's very caring, he's concerned about his children, and When the children started coming round, you see the father in him. Sometimes we have him back. The children, he crawled all over the place with the children. And of course, he gave me my own place and my own space.
You have given us the greatest gift any mother could have given her kids. You have given us God-fearing minds, and you've also given us a mind that is fearless when it comes to going after what you believe in. I believe I can achieve everything I put my mind to. And I can't thank you and Daddy enough for this.
I've seen you smile a lot of times, but I think the biggest smile I've seen on your face was on 2 occasions. One, when I graduated from CMS Grammar School, and second time was just recently when I came over to Baba's place and you were there with your grandchild, and it's wonderful to see a smile on your face because I know you've gone through a lot of things.
If anybody's looking forward to retirement, I think I'm the first, because it means we shall have more time to be like we were many years ago.
We love you so much, Mommy, and we are excited about this journey we just started with you as a grandma.
Just want to thank you for everything you've done for us. You've shown us such a great example of how to be a wonderful wife and how to be a great mommy. And we just thank you for that.
We all hope you have the best of birthdays and many more in advance. Happy birthday, Mommy. May the Lord continue to bless you. I love you very much.
Many happy returns of your day, and also wishing you a happy retirement period. After your retirement, you will not be tired. The joy of the Lord will be your strength. I am so proud of the woman you have become. A woman of substance, a woman of grace, a prayer warrior, an encourager, a jewel of immeasurable value. We love and appreciate you, and we thank God for His grace upon your life.
She's always there looking out for the good of every one of us. So much so to almost a fault. We are excited and we are honored to be relations of this wonderful woman.
I appreciate her so much because she's caring, she's very generous, she's very faithful, and she loves God. I have learned so many things from her. That she's retiring, she will continue to flourish like a palm tree. I wish her the very best.
This is what our colleagues have to say about her.
She's very hardworking, very respectful, very diligent, and like I told you earlier, her composition and the way she deals with people tells so much about people. Her relationship with everybody that I know with her is very, very good. And shows somebody that has home training, and then she trained herself too.
The day I met her when I was 1, she came to me, she has told me, you know you are my twin sister. I said, how? She said, because you are July, I'm July, 1958. I said, wow. And ever since then, we've been together till date. She retired into a new life. A new dawn has just opened, a new chapter has just opened for her from today.
There's something that I discovered about her. I've never seen her gotten angry. Does not matter the tension, the pressure, she's always very calm. Nothing shakes her. But at the same time, she's a go-getter.
Mrs. Amosu is so honest, very, very God-fearing in everything she lays her hands upon. And I thank God that I have a boss like that, because I learned a lot from her.
I see her as a leader indeed. When I say leader, I mean an inspirational leader that inspires you with her attitude. A leader that is effective, and she's upward looking.
She's an epitome of exemplary leadership, humility, humanness, hard work, diligence, thoroughness.
The way she directs her subordinates, it's quite exemplary. I want to commend her for that. And I think if we're able to have such individuals, such personalities in the service, I think the service will be better than what we have now.
It has been a great pleasure to work with.
and to work for. She has a very clear idea of what she wants, and she's very skillful in communicating that to you in a way that you will understand.
She took me under her wings like a brother. She will give me advice. She's the type of leader who will not want to see you sad. I wish her well. I wish her God's guidance. I wish her God's mercies. I wish her God's blessings.
Working with Mrs. Amosu, in fact, I really enjoyed the period we worked together. Mrs. Amosu is like a friend, a sister, a mother, a mentor. You know, she's a grandmother now, that she will see many of her grandchildren.
She's not a boss at all, but a mother, somebody that you can be proud of. In the office, she tries to ensure that everybody is at ease.
She was the first PS that takes the welfare of her staff as paramount, because I witnessed one of her welfare packages and I enjoyed it.
You can see renovation changes in the whole temple entirely. Because before, they normally say anybody that is posted here, they first of all ask you, whom did you offend? That is when somebody is coming here. But now I can see now, people will start to go and lobby that they are coming to temple.
My experience working with her is so encouraging, and so, I learned a lot from her.
When I indicated I wanted to work with her, and if I could remember what she told me, she said she has an assignment for me and she knows I will excel in that area. So as time goes on, I discovered that where she placed me in that department, really I excelled.
She enjoyed that, and I pray for her home that God will continue to bless her in abundantly. Whatever she lay her hands on, continue to prosper.
This is one of our achievements here. She has created this service charter for people to have a warm welcome and to receive some visitors coming in to see temple staff.
Here is a very good mama. It's our mother, and you don't even look. Say this one is not official. Just carry everybody along.
Gbogbo period tèmi àwọn tí wọ́n fi jọ ṣe títí dásìkò yìí, mi ò fìgbà kan regret rí pé mo pàdé irú èèyàn bíi tiwọn.
Ó fojú kéré èèyàn, ó jẹ́ ìyá dáadáa. Gbogbo nǹkan tí a bá ní a fẹ́ ó fìyà jẹ wá, ó máa fún wa ní àsìkò.
Outside her sectoral service, Mrs. Amosu is a committed Christian and a member of the pastorate of the Foursquare Gospel Church, Badagry. She served as a member of the church council from 1996 to 2000 and was ordained a deaconess in 2002. She also encouraged the church to start mentoring the teens group and was made the president Foursquare Gospel Church Women Group Badagry from 1999 to 2000.
The Bible says, by their fruit ye shall know them. The minute she joined us, the fruit manifested that this one is genuinely born again, knowing what she believes and what she's doing. So I want to say sincerely that I wish my dear sister a blessed, glorious retirement. I'm so sure that she's still going higher because greater appointment are still coming.
She's been a sister in this to me. She's been somebody who has always stand by me in time of joy, in time of sorrow.
I see her as a good Christian, as a straightforward friend one can rely on, and a good counselor too.
Their Christian life has been a challenge. I see consistency, faithfulness, dedication, and hospitality. She has actually labored. She has built lives, and I pray that God will make her to reap the fullness of the fruit of her labor.
My wish for her as retired is that God will give her more grace, more strength, to be more faithful and more committed to the things of the Lord.
Like the Bible says that whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things that are of truth, whatsoever things are of good report,
That is what the woman stands for. I wish her best of luck and long life and prosperity.
It's great working in Lagos State. It's great working in the system, and it's good to have the governor as the Oga of everybody. Like I always tell my officers, in a little ways, let's contribute. And our joy is that Lagos State is marching forward.
No doubt, Mrs. Sewanu Amosu has touched the lives of many. Here is wishing Mrs. Sewanu Amosu a happy retirement.